Yo, how's it going? It's Geo here, and today we have the first Pokemon Sun and Moon video on Geo and Rexy. Just as Sun and Moon breathed new life into the competitive meta, it will now breathe life into our channel. I know everyone's super excited about that. So today we're gonna talk about the some of the changes in Sun and Moon and my thoughts on them. The most important part of this video is that I'm really good at this game, and I have good thoughts sometimes. So we're gonna start with Pelipper. Or we're gonna start with the buffs and nerfs of older Pokemon, but we're gonna start with Pelipper first. So everyone saw that Pelipper got Drizzle, and this is crazy because now we have different weather starters. You can run Politoed or Pelipper based on which team you're running, or like what you need. But this thing has good defenses, right? So it's kind of like a Mantine with Drizzle, but the real set for Pelipper is Choice Specs. This Hurricane, this kills everything. Like, it 2-hit KOs Ferrothorn. There's nothing better than Choice Specs Pelipper. Best range setter. Now we got Mantine. Mantine got an HP buff and Roost. It already had crazy special defense and like decent defense. So this Pokemon became really bulky. It has Defog. It walls Pheromosa. Water Flying type's pretty good. It gets hit really hard by electric typing, but that's really it. There's not too much else to say about it. It has Water Absorb, which makes it a good Keldeo counter, but Keldeo is completely unviable now, with all the fairy types running around. And yeah, that's it for Mantine. So Gengar has one of the biggest buffs in all of Sun and Moon. He got Curse Body. Everyone's like, oh no, he gets hit by Earthquake. But that, who cares, right? There's two things that make Curse Body good, right? Because now the prevalence of terrains means Gengar gets the buffs from terrains. What's Excadrill doing when you have a Choice Spec Stab Energy Ball coming at him? Like, you died a Mold Breaker anyway. So yeah, there's the terrain buffs. You get to dodge priority with Psychic Terrain. And Curse Body helps you out sometimes. Like, me and Ivan wanted to showcase Gengar when we were playing one time. We let a Hoopa, or a Scolipede pass plus 6 speed to Hoopa. And we just switched in Gengar on the Hyperspace Fury, and bam, disabled. It's that easy. This Greninja's Battle Bond ability is like definitely okay. It's cool that you can finish things off and then get all these crazy stats, but sometimes you use too much health, especially if you use a Life Orb set, and like normal Greninja without Life Orb isn't packing enough power. So I feel like his life is kind of frail, and you really want to run the Psychic Terrain to prevent revenge killers with priority. But it gets a really good speed stat. That's let's see, 399 speed. That's pretty good. It outspeeds Tapu Koko and like other threats. It doesn't outspeed Pheromosa, but you get a buff to your Water Shuriken. So that is pretty sick. Because Water Shuriken is now 30 base power when you're in Battle Bond. And that will almost always Oko Pheromosa. I think 2 hits does like 88 minimum. So with like Stealth Rocks up, it's at Oko. I might be making those numbers up, but that's like my experience with it. Talonflames, Gale Wings, if you don't know, if his Pokemon is at full HP, is the only time it works now. So that one little clause just ruined this Pokemon and like changed the game. Well, like even if this had Gale Wings, like now there's Psychic Terrain and yeah, just pretty much a Psychic Terrain to stop it. Now I guess you can run like Flame Body, Bulky Wisp, and like lower tiers, but this thing is out of the game. They just killed Talonflame. They don't want this thing around. Porygon Z is out of all these Pokemon, it's definitely the most likely to get banned, unless they ban Protean Greninja again. Because of Normalium Z with conversion. If you don't know what that does, when you convert, we'll put Electric Move in the first spot. Because when you convert, you change to your first move type, and you get +1 to every stat. So, what I've seen a lot of other people doing, and what I think is the best set, is this one, with Timid Max Speed. Yeah, Timid Max Special Attack Max Speed. Modest works too, but you want to be able to outspeed Pheromosa after a boost. Now bulk beam coverage is awesome. You get stab on that, adaptability stab, and +1 every stab means you're bulkier too, so you can set up on a lot. This goes really well with Z Memento, which I should have put here, but like Ladio's Z Memento or Pyukumuku's Z Memento is actually really crazy, because it's like Healing Wish plus Memento in one move, which is amazing. So yeah, that into this guy you set up and just like Oko or 2 KO everything in the game. Next, we're gonna talk about the Alolan Pokemon. So we're gonna start with Marowak, because Marowak is definitely the most hype out of all of these. Lightning Rod. So at first you want to be tempted to use Thick Club, Rockhead, right? So you got that Flare Blitz off of like, let's see that damage. That's 284 attack, then Thick Club doubles it. So that's 568. That's really crazy attack stat. That's like Mega Medicham levels. Like, not quite there, but almost. Is it quite there? I think Mega Medicham has 100 base attack. So like, yeah, up there. So you can run this thing in Trick Room and just blow shit back. But the real good set is actually the bulky set. It's not because Marowak's particularly bulky or anything. I mean, he has good defense. Actually, he has pretty good defenses. I mean, good defense, okay, special defense. Bad HP. Yeah, it's not really his stats. It's his typing and Lightning Rod, and like how the meta is right now. This is like an example of like what a meta game is. Because this Pokemon like could just compare it to every other Pokemon. It's like not that spectacular, but because Tapu Koko's really good, Pheromosa's really good, Genesec's really good. This thing walls all of them. Like it makes this thing really good just because of what it beats. Like that's metagame for you. So a big concern about this thing is its only recovery is leftovers, and it takes 25% from rocks. So you are limited in your switch-ins, but it's kind of like Tank Chomp in that it's about making the most of what HP you have. Like sure, Tank Chomp resist hazards. It was like the similar idea because you do have leftovers. And you can run it with like Tapu Bulu for grassy terrain recovery too. But like every time this thing comes in on something at walls, unless you got U-turned on, is Wisp, Knockoff, or like you get like a Fire Punch, or you can get even a Stealth Rocks. Like you can just like spread a status, knock off an item, get some damage in. Like every time this thing comes in, you can do something. So I think it's a really good bulky pivot. Executor is hella fun. It's actually really good defensively, both specially and physically defensively, and a lot of people run Citrus Berry Harvest, but Ivan is a crazy man, or I mean Rexy is a crazy man, so we run Rest Lumberry, because it gets rid of statuses too, which is awesome, and you go back to full health every time you use it. Like sure it uses a turn, but it's definitely worth it. Then he's got really cool coverage. He's got Draco Meteor, Flamethrower, Grass Move. Yeah, it's a pretty sick Pokemon. I like it. He's got Leech Seed, Psychic, Toxic. He has a Wish. I didn't know that. Maybe. Nah, we have Rest. We don't need Wish. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Golem is one of those undercover legendary Pokemon. He's got that like Genghis Khan face, you know, he's already taken over all of China. I think this guy is really cool for, like, not the Galvanize set. Galvanize is super tempting to run, but Magnet Pull. I have these two moves because me and Ivan made a rain team where we had Custap, Stealth Rocks, Golem, and it was also our Ferrothorn Trapper. It also traps Celesteela if you ever need that. Like if your team gets walled by Celesteela, because you get Thunder and Fire Blast. It's like that attack is garbage, but we ran we ran Modest max special attack, and this Fire Blast actually did shit to Ferrothorn. Like it killed it. And then one game we Stealth Rocks on a Genesect Flash Cannon. I don't know why Flash Cannon, but Flash Cannon. And then we got down to like 16%, and then we Custap Berry Fire Blast and just killed it. Like, this Pokemon has like interesting utility and like niche placements in the game. I guess we'll start with Ninetales first. So, well, the combination of Ninetales and Slam Slash It's like a kind of an answer to my prayers over the past 3 years. We got a better hail setter. Like, it's okay. Like, Abomasnow's really good too, but this thing is fast. Its attack's like lackluster. You can run a bulky support, but it doesn't have enough support moves, unlike the original Ninetales, who had like a cool couple of things. But the one thing that makes this like good is Aurora Veil. So Aurora Veil is like Safeguard and Reflect in one move, but it only works in Hail. So they gave Hail like their like some uniqueness finally, because before like Rain had like Swift Swimmers and like you got the Water Boost and the Fire Reduction, and Thunder 100% accuracy. Hail was literally only the Hail chip damage and Blizzard accuracy. But now they got Aurora Veil, and Sandslash brings Slush Rush. It's also on Bear Tick, but I think Sandslash is the better of the two, despite his lower attack. His bulk and typing lets you get, not Stalderox, Swords Dance. You get a +2 Swords Dance, and this thing's attack is like, not bad. Yeah, we can run this one Adamant. Bear Tick you have to run Jolly. I'm not sure what Jolly Bear Tick's attack set is, it's probably higher. But, yeah, you can run an Adamant, you run Swords Dance. The Steel Ice typing means you take less from Bullet Punch, you take less from Rock, so you get more switch-ins. And then he has Double Stab and Earthquake. Earthquake this gen is really good for hitting Marowak and Toxapex, because otherwise they'd wall Sandslash. But Earthquake is just a really good move. This and like ground typing is pretty good in general. This like even more so. We haven't seen like that many bulky ground types, I think, in the meta, but that's because everyone's trying new stuff. But bulky ground types just like body most of it. Like I've been running a lot of Mamoswine, and Mamoswine's doing great. Yeah, so this thing's got the double stab Earthquake, and then sets up Swords Dance, and you actually do a shit ton of damage. You can run Life Orb, or yeah, Life Orb is probably the best set. This also gets Rapid Spin if you don't want to run Earthquake coverage, you don't want to run Swords Dance. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't run Rapid Spin on this if you, like, unless... No, I just wouldn't run Rapid Spin on this. Yeah. Alright, that's all the little Pokemon I want to go over. Now let's talk about some of the new Pokemon. Pheromosa, I'm sure if you watch any competitive videos, you know Pheromosa's a monster. You can run Special Attack. The better set, in my opinion, is Physical Attack. It gets Double Stab, like High Jump Kick, and U-Turn. So I think U-Turn is the better set. Maybe you can run like Special Attack U-Turn, but U-Turn's the better set because it's like the primary counter I see running around is Marowak. Mantine walls this thing too, but if you U-Turn on either one, they take damage from Stealth Rocks, and then you switch into your counter, or like something that can break it. So I think U-Turn's the better set. U-Turn's just a really good move in general. I've seen special variations with HP Ghost or HP... Yeah, just HP Ghost from these things, I think. Oh yeah, I've seen HP Electric for Mantine too, actually. So this thing is, like, it has a lot of coverage. It has Poison Jab, has Ice Beam for Lando. This thing's really good. It has its flaws. It dies to priority. If it doesn't kill anything, like, if it doesn't Oko something, it just dies, but, like, it's really fucking good. Tapu Lele is my favorite Pokemon to run out of this gen because of the Choice Spec set. Special Attack is crazy. I like the Scarf set too. Like, Specs deals with bulkier teams for sure, because every time you bring it in, you're gonna, like, unless they have like a Ferrothorn or a Celesteela, you're 2-hit KOing something. Like, Psychic Terrain boosts your, it doesn't show it, but Psychic Terrain boosts your Psychic moves damage by 1.5. So it's like you have double Specs. And double Spec Psychic is powerful. And then you have Moonblast for the Dark types you want to switch in. It has Focus Blast for Steel types. You can run HP Fire if you want. It's got Shadow Ball for Aegislash. Oh, I should put Aegislash somewhere. Nah. Everyone knows what he does. Yeah, and Genesect. I think I excluded those on purpose. Yeah, so this thing, it gets off really juicy hits. The Scarf set is really good against offense because it just outspeeds and Okos everything on offense. Like, this blocks Prankster too. So, Thundurus can't T-Wave you. You just Oko Thundurus with Psychic. It I think it all goes Tapu Koko, like probably after Rocks, or like 1 or 2 switch-ins. I'm talking about the Scarf set. The Spec set definitely all goes. I mean, the Scarf set might. Uh, like this Pokemon's really good. It's definitely my favorite Pokemon to use, because I also love Fairy typing. Oh, I should put yeah, I'll talk about Magearna in the next part. Tapu Koko is really cool. He's probably one of the more hyped up Pokemon. He has good physical attack, so you can run like Wild Charge, Brave Bird for those Venusaurs, U-turn to U-turn out on Marowak, and what's a fourth move you can use? You can use Gleam for coverage. It has Acrobatics, you run Nature's Madness if you're crazy. Excuse me. You can run. This thing has like a good move pool, but it also has a really good special move pool because Electric Surge, like the Psychic one, boosts the power of electric moves. So the special attack's like not fantastic, but he's really good at speed. So he's a really good rain sweeper. Like I've really only liked Tapu Koko on rain, but I do like this set. This set can be choice specs, or it can be excuse me, it could be choice specs or it could be life orb. And this set's really good in rain because Thunder just annihilates stuff. Like Thunder's 110 base power move. 30% chance to paralyze target, it doesn't miss in the rain. So Pelipper Tapu Koko, you got your turn going on. You can also run Volt Switch over U-turn. The only thing is, people switch Alolan Marowak into this all the time. So the set I showed you is one that Ivan came up with. The set I like to run, like, because I don't know what's wrong with me. Kaviaberry, someone told me that Blunder used this, and I like the idea. I like the idea of Kaviaberry. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm not sure how I feel about it in effect because like you still take 57% from a poison jab, and high jump kick does about 50. Oh, I'm talking about Pheromosa. I'm sorry. Kaviaberry is for Pheromosa, because its coverage to hit you is poison jab. So you reduce the damage taken from a super effective poison attack, and you kill Pheromosa. Anyway, what was I talking about? So this is a set I came up with, and I like this one a lot too. It's just, I don't know, it depends on how I'm feeling, because the other one hits like grass types. But this one's for like Marowak, Celesteela, and stuff. I haven't seen too many grass types. I don't think so. So yeah, this set's really good too. HP Water in Rain is like a Surf, like for coverage, which isn't bad. And Volt Switch lets you, excuse me, get better momentum against Celesteela. Because if they know that you have U-turn, they might just stay in, or something like that. And then you would have Volt Turn with Pelipper, which is pretty good. Now, Buzzwole is, how do I put this? He's my preferred out of Buzzwole and Tapu Bulu. But, I really like the Substitute set. I think the sub 3 attack set is crazy. Like, as you see, this thing has a good attack stat, good HP stat, great defense stat, or like great HP and defense. Like this thing's good. When you like, I like this for breaking bulkier teams. It's kind of a stall breaker, but it's not like a true stall breaker. I don't know how to explain it. You have Earthquake and Ice Plunge. Yeah, because this thing's not a stall breaker because of Skarmory, but it's like it deals with bulkier teams, not really stall. You can set up a sub on like Toxapex. You can set up the EVs with like some special defense investments, so you can set up on a Toxapex Scald or like, I don't know, random weak special attacks. Earthquake is for Marowak and Toxapex. Leech Life is your stab, and Leech Life, if you guys didn't know, got a buff. It's crazy good now. 80 base power. Like Scizor could even use this over Bug Bite if you want bug coverage. And Ice Punch is for like Landorus T. This is a pretty sick set. I'm a fan. You can also run the thing Choice Scarf, Choice Band. It's like, if you run like a fighting move, you can rate it like Choice Scarf. So the cool thing about Choice Scarf is a Beast Boost, right? So when you kill something, you get +1 attack for every time you kill something. And you can sweep a team. It's like Moxie Sweepers, except this thing's like really fucking bulky. So it's like, it definitely sweeps sometimes. But the probability of finding a team that are all weak to bug type is like not that high right now because everything's afraid of Pheromosa. But you can sweep with Earthquake even. Uh, I don't think I swept with Ice Punch. I think I swept with these two before. And then Choice Band, I don't like so much, but like if you're running Choice Band, I think I'd use Tapu Bulu. I'll get to that in a second. Oops. Right, so Toxapex is the new Pokemon of the game. It's really good. Let's go over what its stats are. So like its HP isn't that great, but it's really good defenses, so it makes up for its HP stat. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they can't just like standardize, like, whatever. It's really bulky. So it gets Toxic Spikes, Regenerator, Recover. So this thing has like Tentacle typing, which is already really good, crazy defensive stats, and Regenerator, Recover. So this thing is healing. The best way to deal with this is lures, in my opinion, or like Sub Buzzwole is really good for it. You can just try to force it out with Volt Switch a bunch of times, but it's still, if you pair it up with the right members, it makes a really good like semi-stall core, like balance core. Probably not balance because it doesn't do enough damage, but if you need Toxic Spikes or you want Toxic Spikes for your balance team, it's really good. You can run Scald, Poison Jab. Instead of Poison Jab, you can run Haze, so things don't set up on you. I think Haze might be the best set, Haze Scald, but I like Poison Jab too. Rexy is running this thing with Gliscor and Mega Scizor. It is like the best semi-stall team in the game. It's like it just replaces Cofagrigus on the Glisfag team. I'm not sure if we ever talked about that on the channel. Yeah, that's a secret. Don't look at the RMT for it. So this thing's good. Tapu Bulu is great attack stat. You can run a Choice Band, and then like Wood Hammer, Choice Band. It's the same idea as Tapu Lele Psychic. You get like double band on grass attacks. My problem with this thing is its coverage isn't that hot. You get Superpower, you get Stone Edge, you get Zen Headbutt, and I'm missing one. It gets Horn Leech if you want to use that, but I think this is its coverage. Yeah, this is pretty much its coverage. So it's like okay coverage, but these moves hit like they don't hit hard enough. I'm not a huge fan. The Wood Hammer hits ridiculously hard. So I think Choice Band set's okay. I haven't tried Swords Dance or Sub Bulk Up, but I have a feeling I'm gonna like those better. I think Sub Swords Dance maybe with Horn Leech and like coverage move would be really good. Alright. Now we got... Oh yeah, also about Tapu Bulu. Grassy Surge is, it gives leftovers every grounded Pokemon. So you can run this on bulkier teams too, and it's not only like a breaker, it also provides recovery to your team. It also provides recovery to their team, but if you put like pressure on the right way and have hazards up, it's not like a big deal. Now Nihilego, wait, so these guys are like the super popular ones I've been seeing around. I've seen a couple others, like I've seen a lot of Celesteela. I don't think Celesteela is that great, but because it doesn't have a recovery outside of Leech Seed, but still pretty good. But now these guys are the ones that me and Ivan have our, well, Rexy is looking at these guys. I'm looking at this guy in Nihilego. Nihilego is, I really like the Focus Sash set. You can run this thing Life Orb, you can run it Specs, you can run it Scarf. The Scarf set might be pretty good too. But I like this thing as a Suicide Lead with Stealth Rocks and Toxic Spikes, because with this special defense stat, like with no investment, you're tanking a lot of stuff. Like, these are the stats of like a tanking Pokemon. The problem is his defense like doesn't exist. Like random priority moves will like kill you. So Focus Sash is for like those priority mons. You have Stealth Rocks and Toxic Spikes to set up, and then you have Power Gem and Sludge Wave as your double stab. You can run HP Ice and replace either of these based on the team you're running, what you want to have. Drampon now is the... he's like a really cool dragon type. Dragon normal typing is like not that hot. I think the problem with this guy is his coverage. Let's see. Got Flamethrower, Thunderbolt. He's like okay coverage. Maybe he'd be a good spec set, but I think the set that Ivan came up with this really good. You want to lefty's Rusa, and your special attack is raised by 1 when it reaches half or less of its max HP.
I hate that thing. I lost to that thing the other day.
Did you?
It's horrible.
Did it farm Spatak off of you?
Yeah, you just kept roosting.
Yeah.
Farming Spatak.
Yeah,
It was horrible.
that's right. That's Ivan's set. Yeah, this thing farms special attack off of you. Like, you just roost, and every time you go under half HP, you get +1. So we run this thing with full bulk. I don't know what bulk. I think it was like special defense. I don't know. Rexy makes these random shits that work with no special attack investment. We can run Hyper Voice, and you can run. Oh wait, why do we run Hyper Voice? Fucking Rexy. Alright, we're running Hyper Voice next time. So you can run Hyper Voice, Dragon Pulse. Oh, it has Calm Mind. Yeah, this thing's really good bulky, actually. Oh, we ran Glare, that's what it was. Yeah, we ran Glare, Hyper Voice. We didn't run Hyper Voice, we ran Nature Power. So, Rexy has this obsession with Tri-Attack, and yeah, so it's like, it goes first, can a Pokemon Rest Talk? Like, if so, like, I'll make it do so. So it's every Pokemon, he throws Rest Talk on it. Second is like, does it have Tri-Attack? Yeah, it's the best Pokemon in the game. That's how he makes his sets. It's like, put Rest Talk, and then does it have Tri-Attack? This thing is Tri-Attack in default battles. So, it's like pretty good. My problem with this set is when you fight Tapus, they automatically wall you. Because normally Hyper Voice would hit them from neutral, and you can live some hits if you have the right bulk. Like, you'll live anything from Tapu Bulu, probably. Because he doesn't have... Oh no, he has Superpower. But bulkier ones don't run Superpower. But his Wood Hammer's not going to kill you because you're Dragon type. Like, not I'm talking about switching it. I'm just saying, like, one-on-one. And then you can, like, Hyper Voice him. If you have plus attack from prior. But Nature Power, it changes to the type of the terrain. So, like, in grassy terrains, like Energy Ball or something like that. So no matter what, if you run Nature Power, you get everything resisted, and I think that was a problem we had. I don't know, I told him to switch it, but he was like, no, Tri-Attack is better. Because statuses, you know. But Hyper Voice would be pretty good on the set. Like, these EVs are not right, don't copy them, just made shit up. Now Wishy-Washy is really cool for its bulky set. As I was talking about before, you just run some Rest, Sleep Talk on everything. And Rest Sleep Talk, Wishy-Washy with U-Turn Scald is a fucking monster. I don't know if he ran defensive or especially defensive. It was like 4 AM in the morning, he just like gave me a team to play with online. Like, he didn't like pass it to me, he just like loaded it up. We played it a few times, and I really like this thing. Like, U-Turn's so fucking good. I just love U-Turn into like Tapu Lele. I love this thing, it's got Scald, special attack, and then the cool thing about this set is you have Rest to bring you back to full health, and how Wishy-Washy's ability works is if you stop schooling, or you stop schooling at the end of the turn. So if you go down to a quarter HP, but Lefties brings you back above 25%, then you don't stop schooling, and you still get an attack off while you're, like, that turn. Like, even if you do go under 25%. So Rest means they can hit you under 25%, you rest up that turn, and you don't unschool. So, like, it's pretty good. And then Skull gets you a U-turn or a Skull, which is awesome. So what I was talking about U-turn is, this is like one of my favorite teams to use right now. We got Turn with, well, Turn with Tapu Lele. Ignore the names unless you know who Kali Muscle is. We have this sub thing to break. Marowak walled some stuff, get some, spread some Will-O-Wisp knockoffs, just do damage. Genesec's fucking broken, and then Tapu Lele's a monster. Your Stealth Rocks on Lando, we don't need knockoff because we have it on Marowak. I like this team a lot. This is definitely an example of like an offense team that I really like running. I never tried these teams. Let's see. Oh, this one. Alright, so this is an example of the, like, the rain teams that are gonna come out of this gen. We got Specs Pelipper, and like nothing switches into those. You got Kingdra, this kills fucking everything. Like Beartic, you can Swords Dance. Oh, that's a crazy tech set, damn. But if you get Swords Dance off, you're gonna sweep a lot in the rain. You have Aqua Jet, which becomes Stab and Rain essentially. We have Sash Night Lego, a Tapu Koko for Thunders, and this Golem. We have 2 rockers, because how Sun and Moon works is either on no rocks or you run 2 rocks. I think that's like the meta right now. And then, yeah, so we got Golem to trap steel types that we don't like primarily Ferrothorn. And we got Rock Blast just for the hell of it. Like, this team is crazy. This is so fun to play. Like, if you want to steal a team for fun, this is the team to steal for fun. Alright, so that's my thoughts on some of the Pokemon in Sun and Moon. Telling you this is a buff, and this has to be on choice specs. I guess give me some feedback. This video is kind of long, and peace guys.